Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're talking about presumption of conversion of Thai visas in Thailand. So what are we talking about conversion? Well, when you come into Thailand on a given visa, say a tourist visa or a visa exemption stamp, a 30-day stamp, that is what you are admitted to Thailand on. Now, if you want to change your status, I call it conversion, you can call it change, whatever you want. In fact, we might end up just titling this changing status because I never say that. I always say conversion. That's kind of more a term of art. That being said, the people come into Thailand on a 30-day stamp, for example, and then they want to change status. Well, in the past, pre-pandemic, this was not something particularly easy to do. Now, here recently, especially with the discretion imparted onto Thai immigration officers as a result of the emergency decree promulgated in March of 2020, we have seen circumstances where immigration officers might be a little more open to dealing with a conversion or might be a little bit more amenable to changing one's status in the kingdom. But again, this is going to be circumstantially dependent. I've seen them deny applications for conversions even during this situation, and so they have that discretion too. It's not a foregone conclusion. The reason I thought of making this video is I was reading a recent article in the Pattaya Mail, pattayamail.com. Article is titled Pattaya Grapevine Casinos a Cash Cow. And there was sort of a sub-headline under there. It said, converting a visa. Quoting directly, the Thai OA retirement visa issued by embassies abroad is unpopular because of the stiff insurance requirements, which also apply at renewal or extension stage. The most popular alternative route is a visa exempt, 30 days on arrival, followed by a conversion at immigration to non-O, and then 1-year extension, 15 months in all. And that's not, just as an aside, this is me talking, 15 months in all is not a foregone conclusion. I've seen it done, especially here in Bangkok. It may happen in 12 months, it may happen in 15 months. Just kind of depends on the way the facts add up, kind of the circumstances. Quoting further, no insurance at any stage as of now. And as of now, that's a good point to bring up, as we've discussed in other videos. You know, it's not impossible to see a situation where maybe insurance is required later, although the facts that have come about up to this point don't point to that conclusion to me for now. Purpose of this video, though, I want to reread this part. The most popular alternative route is a visa-exempt 30 days on arrival, followed by conversion at immigration to non-O. Well, I'm not trying to point anyone out here. And I'm not really even trying to nitpick this because it's not a nitpick. This is a major point. Conversion should not necessarily always be presumed. It should not necessarily be presumed that you can convert to a visa in Thailand. The default position of Thai immigration is that non-immigrant visa categories are sort of mutually exclusive in that they're temporary. And literally, if you look at the Immigration Act of '79, they say that. These are not visas to live in Thailand. That's what permanent residence is for. Therefore, the sort of default paradigm within Thai immigration is that those who want to change from one status to another need to leave, get a visa, and come back in. That's kind of the presumption. Now, here recently, again under the emergency decree, we have seen a lot of discretion, and quite frankly, it just wasn't feasible in any practical sense to leave Thailand and return over roughly the past 2 years, maybe a little more at this point. It's maybe 25 months or whatever it would be. That being said, that is the presumption. The default is you should not be doing conversions. They want you to leave and come back in. Now, they've been allowing them with a little bit more frequency, but look, conversion used to be a really, really difficult thing, and I do not think it is impossible. In fact, I think it's very likely that as we see this whole COVID thing put behind us, and especially as we see this thing being declared endemic, and especially as we see the rollback of the powers and the emergency decree itself being rolled back, we may go back to total status quo ante within the immigration apparatus, and therefore we may revert to a paradigm of, hey, look, we're not really interested in doing conversions. You need to leave and come back in on the proper visa, and then we'll extend you. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but what I'm saying is it's not outside the realm of possibility. The point of this video and the reason sort of I'm bringing this up is if you are worried about this or you're looking to travel into Thailand in coming months and you kind of want to know what your situation is with respect to retirement visa, maybe a very good idea to contact a legal professional before making any finalized travel arrangements. Contact a legal professional, gain some insight and guidance into how best to proceed.